Jerry fouls another one back. So it's 1-2 to Royster. The Mets with 2 runs in their half of the first inning. Could have been more were it not for a fine throw by John Kruk, the right fielder, to get Hernandez at home. Curveball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jerry Royster. Try to fill you in with all the scores of both the National and American League on our leagues on our Nissan scoreboard. Fastball is high, 3-2. So we'll see if Ed Wojna, clad in that thick jacket, he's got his running gloves on. What a hoss. Popped up again. Hearn will have a chance to make the putout. And he threw his mask in the San Diego dugout. John Kruk dodging mask and everything.
I've heard of catchers throwing the mask away, but not that far. That might be a new record.
1 away.
Right fielder, John Kruk.
John Kruk singled to left field his first time up.
Watch Ed Hearn now flip this mask. He had everybody scattering on the dugout steps.
John Kruk backing out, coming back in. Man who enjoys the game. Don't you, John? Can't hate a face like that.
He's all personality.
2-0 to Kruk. John from Kaiser, West Virginia.
Of course, when you're hitting 300, I guess it's roses all over.
That's all he's hit throughout his career.
Yeah.
Whoops. Shade testy was Sid Fernandez, so it's 3-0.
85, he hit 351 in Las Vegas. Led all hitters in AAA ball.
He's beating on that gum, too. Stops chewing when the pitch is on the way. Maybe you can gather something from that. He might be looking curveball or looking fastball when he stops chewing, but when he resumes chewing, he's looking breaking ball. Pick up all these things, Ralph. Fastball, he lost him. So the effervescent Kruk goes to first base.
And the National League Nissan scoreboard. The Cubs are clobbering the Reds 11-3, top of the 9th. The Phillies beat the Dodgers 2-1. That's a final. Giants beat the Expos 1-0. The Pirates defeated the Atlanta Braves 3-1. And the Cardinals leading the Astros 3-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Reds started 7 games back of Houston.
Kevin McReynolds, the batter. He's 0 for 1 and very dangerous. Lifts one to left center. It's going to drop. Dykstra feels the ball on one hop and makes a nice throw, as Wojna had to wait to see that the ball fell in there. So the bases are loaded and 1 out.
This ball not hit hard. It's in on the trademark, and it looked as though it might possibly be caught, but it drops in front. Wojna not very fast and also holding up is stopped at third base. So the bases are loaded now, and the batter coming up, Carmelo Martinez.
Outfield very deep and straight away. Martinez with good power, even though he has 7 home runs on the year. Fastball misses. Very dangerous hitter when he knows what's coming. And he's going to get a fastball here.
He's had 9 hits and 25 at-bats against the Mets this year, and one of them a home run.
Strike on the outside part, 1-1. Bruce Bochy, the on-deck batter. 2-0 New York, but the Padres are threatening here in the third, game 2 of the doubleheader. Ed Hearn, the ball gets away from him. Wojna scores. Runners move up 90 feet. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, Sid Fernandez goes to the breaking ball here, and he throws it in the dirt. It's a wild pitch for Sid, his 4th wild pitch of the year, and it cost him a run.
2-1 to Carmelo Martinez. First base now open. Sid's 4th wild pitch of the year. Kruk at third, McReynolds at second. Had his pitch, fouled it back, and you just saw his reaction. Martinez has hit Fernandez well, as you see. Fastball is low, 3-2. I think I might be inclined to go to the Uncle Charlie on this one.
First base is open. You sure don't want him to beat you with a fastball. Got a fastball grip on there right now.
Fastball hit deep to center. Dykstra back. Kruk tagging, McReynolds tagging. Kruk's going to score. It's now a 2-2 ball game with McReynolds at third and 2 out.
The catcher.
Well, a sac fly by Martinez as he takes the fastball to deep center field. Run batted in for Martinez, his 17th of the year, and on the play McReynolds tagged up at second base and went over to third, so it's tied at 2 now.
Bruce Bochy swings and misses. 0-1 to Bruce. He grounded to second his first time up. Mets won the first game 7-1 behind Dwight Gooden's 14th win of the year. Changeup and a beauty. 0-2.
Bochy with 1 home run against the Mets, and he's had only 3 hits. Did well in '82.
1-2 to Bruce Bochy. Crowd of about 40,000 on hand. Still 1-2 to Bochy. There is no question that the Mets would have gone over 3 million people this year had it not been for the renovation of Shea Stadium. They've been losing seats to renovation all year long. This one tapped toward third. Tough play for Howard Johnson, and the Padres take the lead for the first time this afternoon. They lead it 3-2.
Well, Johnson had some time here. Bochy very slow going down the line, and he rushes the play and loses a chance to get the out.
Shortstop, Gary Templeton.
Plus, he had to worry about Fernandez there, too.
Fernandez coming at him, too. Sid coming off the mound and really getting in the way to some degree, and Johnson just can't find the handle.
So it is yet to be scored. We'll see how it's going to be scored. And Gary Templeton fouls it back. He struck out his first time up. Padres with 3 here in the third inning take the lead 3-2 over New York. Change up, 0-2. Good ball. Grounded foul. So it's still no balls and 2 strikes to Gary Templeton. Line base hit past Elster at short. So the Padres bouncing back here in game 2. The Mets with a 2-0 lead coming into this inning, but the Padres with 3 here in the 3rd.
Well, this ball hit very well by Templeton and by Elster, the shortstop. No chance for him to get to it. It was hit too well. Second hit for Templeton in the doubleheader.
The ball hit by Bochy has yet to be scored.
It's got to be something.
Yeah. Sure has. Fastball is inside to Marvell Wynn. Pip Roberts on deck. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Ball 2, 2-0. Ball towards second base. The ball took a tricky hop but fielded well by Backman. The Padres send 8 batters to the plate. They get 3 runs on either 3 or 4 hits, and there were none or 1 error committed in the inning. They do strand 2 after 2.5, 3-2. Padres, and we'll be back after this word from Lincoln Mercury.
The black Cadillac, please. Right away, sir.
Excuse me. I believe that's my Buick.
Today, it's not easy to distinguish yourself from the crowd.
This my Cadillac?
No, it's an Oldsmobile. I think.
The Lincoln Town Car, please.
Yes, sir.
But the Lincoln Town Car stands apart. And whether you choose it for its unparalleled spaciousness or graceful ride, you'll know there's nothing like a Lincoln.
No one will ever believe it.
Lincoln, what a luxury car should be.
Captain Black, America's #1 pipe tobacco, for many reasons.
Well, fans, with pennant fever on the rise, this month will certainly be a September to remember at Shea, and thanks to 9X Yellow Pages, Sony Tape, and Rolaids, every fan attending the Mets games on September 8th, 9th, and 10th against Montreal, the 17th and 18th against the Cubs, the 19th against the Phillies, and the 22nd and 23rd against the Cardinals will receive a limited edition Pennant Fever pennant featuring the 1986 Mets. Tickets for these games and all remaining regular season home games are available at all Ticketron outlets, at Shea Stadium's advanced ticket window, or call 718-507-TIXX for more information. So catch Pennant Fever at Shea in September and come on out to cheer the Mets on to the championship.
And also, it's a fan appreciation weekend when the Mets take on the Philadelphia Phillies Saturday and Sunday, September 20th and 21st. On Saturday night, the 20th, all fans will be eligible to win a number of fantastic prizes, including a brand new Nissan truck. What do you think of that? And on Sunday afternoon, the 21st, all fans will receive a Mets ski cap courtesy of Purolator Courier. So we've gone from trucks to caps. Not hub, caps. Due to the heavy demand of Purolator Courier Ski Cap Day, tickets for Sunday, September 21st are available at Shea Stadium's advanced ticket window only. 3-2 ball game as Ed Wojna, the Padres starter, finds himself with a 1-run lead after falling behind early. 1-1 to Danny Heap, who singled in a run his first at bat. Up right side. Roberts out. Truck in, and it's Pip Roberts who makes the play. 1 away.
Third baseman,
Howard Johnson. By the way, that ball hit by Bochy in the top of the 3rd that plated Kevin McReynolds was scored an error. on Howard Johnson, who leads the Mets in errors. Howard batting .247 with 8 home runs. 1-0. No bullpenners down there. Doug Sisk standing, Jesse Orozco driving the cart, or the potential driver, and riding shotgun, Roger McDowell. Ground ball sharply toward first, and a nice play by Martinez. 2 outs.
Catcher, Ed Hearn.
Johnson now 1 for 2. And the batter, Ed Hearn. Ed walked his first time up. Slider misses. 1-0. Lifted to right field. It's going to drop. Ed Hearn has himself a single. That Kruk is a piece of work, I'm telling you. He faked the throw behind the runner, Hearn, at first base, who was around the bag by about a step and a half.
Here's a swing by Hearn. He stays with his pitch that's out over the plate. In fact, it's off the plate and goes to right field. The only place he could hit the ball. And he comes up with a base hit. His 4th against the Padres this year. He's 4 for 12 against San Diego.
Kevin Elster, the batter, he grounded to short his first time up. Ball 1. Mets have out-hit the Padres in game 2. 7-4, but they trail 3-2. One to Kevin Elster.
Wojna survived a 5-hit first inning.
Survive is the proper word. There were line drives all over the place, but he has settled down since then. He is something. John Kruk, the right fielder, with his sleeves rolled up. And Carmelo Martinez makes the play in foul territory. No runs ahead, 1 left for the Mets in the 3rd after 3. He's having fun. It's 3-2 San Diego, and we'll be back after this word from Manufacturers Hanover.
For over 20 years, Manufacturers Hanover has been coming through for us. We got the low. We got the low. We got the low. Today, we're a mid-sized company, and they're still committed to helping us grow. With credits and bottom-line ideas like the Business Manager. It's a cash management and accounting package designed for our size company. Simple, even for me. And they're the only bank that offers it. That's commitment.
Nice. That ours? Beautiful.
The Business Manager, another bottom-line idea from Manufacturers Hanover Trust.
AT&T is in the art of doing business.
So, Madame Dubois, did you receive our proposal for the American show?
Yes. But from what I see on your telex, I just do not think your gallery is right.
But what you're not seeing is the...
Nothing speaks to your business associates like you can. With AT&T International Long Distance Service, your ideas don't just come across, they come to life.
A room with light.
C'est très bien. Now, if you can just sell the paintings as well as you sold me.
AT&T, the right choice.
Forging, fitting up, hand finishing. Exacting standards that say nothing is complete until it's right. One beer is brewed with these same values. Budweiser. The most expensive ingredients. Exclusive beechwood aging for a clean, crisp taste. Because this Bud's for you.
Something entertaining is going on Channel 9. Get the glitz, glamour, and excitement of Hollywood's hottest news. Join Mary Hart and John Tesh for Entertainment Tonight, premiering tomorrow night at 7:30. Well, Tim McCarver was talking about the construction that's been going on, and here's the construction of the ball game by Steve Zabriskie.
And Biff Roberts, who leads off the top half of the 4th inning for the Padres, bunting for a base hit and getting a base hit as he catches the Mets napping.
Well, it is a good bunt. Sid coming straight in, and it's just by him. Nobody to throw to as Keith fields the ball barehanded, and Roberts is on. Roberts getting his first hit against the Mets this year. He had been 0 for 4.
And it's a 5th hit for the Padres, and it brings up Ed Wojna, who tries to bunt but fouls it back out of play for strike 1. Wojna got an infield single in the 3rd inning and scored a run. And that was his first hit of the year. He's 1 for 3, hitting .333 now. 3-2, San Diego leads it with 3 runs in the top of the 3rd as Roberts is chased back to first. Wojna bunting again. Again, he pops it up. It might be playable, but Ed Hearn can't get there. Not enough hang time for Eddie to be able to get underneath it, and it's strike 2.
Well, the first move by the catcher on a bunt attempt is forward toward the playing field, and of course when you make that move, it's hard to turn around and come back,
especially with all that gear on. Shin guards are not conducive to good running speed.
Got a bad reverse gear.
So 0-2 to Wojna. Hernandez having a little conference with Fernandez, and we'll see if in fact Wojna is still bunting. He is, and it's a pretty good one. Sid will go to first, to Backman covering, and the sacrifice moves Roberts down to second with 1 away.
Well, here's the sacrifice. Here's Keith Hernandez on the plate, charging as hard as he can. The ball bunted to Sid Fernandez, and Keith Hernandez says throw it to Backman at first, which he does as Roberts goes down to second and is in scoring territory for the leadoff batter, Jerry Royster.
Royster has popped out in foul territory to catcher Ed Hearn twice. And almost the identical location each time. Fastball is high, ball 1. And that fastball's in there, 1-1. Royster pinch hit in the first game. Got a single to left as a beach ball will be retrieved by the ball girl in the left field corner.
Not much need for beach balls anymore.
Sort of the pre-Labor Day. And then out of style after Labor Day. No beach balls after Labor Day.
That's right. It's like straw hats. No straw hats after Labor Day.
Does anybody wear straw hats like those skimmers anymore?
Well, skimmers used to be the big thing on Labor Day. They'd have a doubleheader, and everybody would skim their skimmer out in the field at the end.
And get a new one for next summer.
Yeah.
1-2 on the breaking ball to Royster. And now 2-2. Fernandez has struck out 1 and walked 2. He's given up 3 runs on 4 hits. Now 5 hits. Somebody's got their championship pennant already. That breaking ball in the dirt, and a very good play by Ed Hearn to prevent Roberts from going to third.
Sid Fernandez is already wild pitched to run in. And right here, good play by Ed Hearn as he comes up with it.
Doing what Tim McCarver would call the Toulouse-Lautrec walk? Or are you the one that put that on Tim? Is it Mel Ferrer who played Toulouse-Lautrec?
Yeah.
Or Jose Ferrer? Jose Ferrer.
Was it Jose? Jose, can you see?
Tim says Jose. I think it was Jose.
Jose's a big baseball fan. He's one of the great baseball fans. He narrated the big thing on Roberto Clemente that was outstanding. Here's the American League. The Red Sox shut out the Twins 9-0. Orioles shut out the Mariners 8-0. Brewers 7, the Indians 2, top of the 8th inning. Blue Jays 3, the White Sox 2, bottom of the 7th. Royals and Rangers at night. The Yankees still tied 2-2 in the top of the 3rd with the Angels. And the Tigers lead the A's 2-1 in the bottom half of the 3rd.
And runners at first and second after the walk to Royster. And here's John Kruk, who is 1 for 1 plus a walk and a run scored. A guy who is fun to watch because he's having fun.
He's 4 for 8 in this series against the Mets.
Even though he was 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader. So he's had a couple of good games. Breaking ball really ties him up. 1 and 2.
Let's put a crook in his crock. Look at this. He just falls off on this one.
Not your classic approach to a pitch. That one's out and away. 2 and 2. Before the first game, starting play today, John Kruk had hit .345 in his last 32 starts. Right back up the middle. Backman there. In time at second, and he gets to play at first. Royster arguing at second, but Backman, who had to make an immediate left turn, completes the double play. So a hit and 1 left here in the 4th inning for San Diego. It's still 3-2 Padres after 3.5, and we're back after this for the American Dairy Association.
Milk's got the kick that gives you more. Health kick. More nutrition in every pour. Health kick.
Hey, New York, get on my Health Kick. Milk. It's got the power I need for pure energy.
Kick. So get on a Health Kick, let it pour. America's favorite Health Kick. Get on a Health Kick, milk's got more. Have more milk, 'cause milk's got more.
Hey, Taurus, hey, Motor Trend Car of the Year.
Thunderbird, right?
Yeah, car of the ages. Hey, where you from?
Fairfield County. We love it.
Oh,
yeah.
tough. Are you getting your chrome polish?
A 7,500-mile checkup. Life's tough in Connecticut.
You're sure it is.
The front-wheel drive Taurus and Ford Thunderbird both come with your Ford dealer's 3-year unlimited powertrain warranty. Solid protection against a tough world.
You ever been to Brooklyn, Taurus?
Yes, once.
When an urgent package leaves your hands, make sure the hands you leave it in can deliver. Express Mail overnight service from your post office delivers over city, over state, overnight, over whatever stands in the way, over 97% of the time, and climbing, for about half what most others charge. £2, just $10.75. Express Mail overnight service. When we say overnight, we mean overnight.
Well, Cyndi Lauper is singing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. John Kruk has fun playing baseball, but he hit into this double play, and look at the play by Backman.
I don't know how Backman got there. He did beat the runner, and then he gets the throw off to first, and it's a DP. Fine job by Wally Backman, the second baseman.
He was motoring towards shortstop to get the ball by Kruk that was hit up the middle, but he was able to make the turn and get to the bag and throw John out at first. Here's Sid Fernandez, who grounded to second his first time up. Staked to a 2-0 lead, now trailing 3-2. He fouls it off for strike 1. Fly ball left field. Kevin McReynolds' bubble, very evident, makes the catch, 1 away.
The next batter, center fielder, Lenny Dykstra.
Ed Wojna now leading in the ball game to face Len Dykstra, who's 1 for 2. Dykstra with a bunt single and a stolen base in the first inning. Scored a run driven in by Keith Hernandez. And he grounded to second in the second. And bunting for another hit. He gets it by Wojna. Safe at first base. Bip Roberts did a good job to get over there, but Dykstra head first and in ahead of the throw.
Well, the second bunt base hit for Lenny Dykstra. First time he bunted it toward third, and right here he gets it by the pitcher, and that's usually all it takes. It is fielded by the first baseman Martinez, and Roberts from second makes a good play to get over to the bag. But Dykstra makes the tag of the bag before the ball hits the glove.
8th hit for the Mets. Wally Backman the batter, and Backman 2 for 2 with an infield single and a run scored in the first, a single to center, and a stolen base in the second. Pitch out, but Dykstra staying home. Ball 1. Wally's hit .338 over the last 67 games, and he entered this game hitting .327 overall. But he does have a significantly higher batting average left-handed. Not to mention a lot more at bats as Dykstra is chased back to first.
Yeah, Wally before the doubleheader hitting .341 left-handed and .225 right-handed.
Back this time. Another meager wave in the background there.
It's not even a ripple.
A pebble in a pond would do more. Another pitch out. 2-0. Padres trying to combat the Mets table setters that have done an outstanding job. They have each been on base twice with 2 hits apiece. Backman telling Bud Harrelson he wants him to go through the signs again. Strike called on the inside corner. Backman disagrees with Dave Pallone. But it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ball looked like it was inside. It did tail back, and Pallone said it tailed back on that inside corner. Well, a perfect count for a hit and run play right now. 2 balls, 1 strike. They've already pitched out twice.
And Wojna throws over again.
Dykstra leads the club in stolen bases with 29, Strawberry 26, Wilson 21, Backman and Johnson. Mets have had 2 stolen bases in this game.
Dykstra had a little bigger lead that time as he goes back in head first. One out. San Diego leading 3-2. Dykstra at first base, bottom of the 4th. Backman asking for time, so that's no pitch.
Well, while we got time, this game is brought to you by the new Nissan Maxima. Uncompromised luxury and performance.
Right up there with the performance of the Mets. It's been unbelievable. Dykstra makes it an even closer play as he had an even bigger lead.
If they're going to pitch out here, which I doubt, they're sure wasting a lot of time throwing the first.
Backman fouls it off. Now, Dykstra looked like he was supposed to be running.
They quick pitched him.
And he didn't run. That's right. Wojna threw that ball to the plate, and Dykstra wasn't ready. By the time he broke, he realized it was way too late and he stopped. Which is another good way to combat that without pitching out. 2-2 to Backman. Crowd growing a little impatient with Ed Wojna. Wojna concerned about the tying run at first base. Dykstra not running, and the ball a base hit into left center, right center. Dykstra will go to third easily as Wynn gets it back in. And even though Dykstra wasn't running, the Mets still wind up with runners at first and third. Backman 3 for 3.
Third base hit for Backman. He has had an infield base hit, a single to center field, and now a single to right center field. The Mets with the time run at third base, one man out, and Keith Hernandez, who singled in the first run of the ball game, the batter.
New York now with 9 base hits, although they trail in the game 3-2. Hernandez has singled and walked. He picked up his 71st RBI with that base hit in the first, and has now hit in 20 of the last 22 for a .360 average. In 28 of the last 31 games, Hernandez has hit over .380. First and third with one out. Ball one is low. Ball two is high and away. 2-0. Gene Walter, who pitched in the first game, loosening up in the bullpen. Strawberry is on deck, and I'm sure that's what Steve Burrows has in mind, trying to get Walter ready in case Darrell hits. And he will. A base hit to center for Hernandez. The game is tied. Dykstra scoring from third, and it's 3-3.
Well, Keith coming up with his second hit of this ball game, his fourth hit in this series. He's played in only 2 of the games, and that ties it. He had put the Mets ahead in the first with a base hit. Now he has tied it up in the fourth.
And Steve Burrows is out to the mound. Nope, that's Galen Cisco, the pitching coach.
That's now with their 10th base hit, and we're only in the 4th inning.
Cisco out there really to buy time for Walter. And now home plate umpire Dave Pallone is going to go out to hasten things along, but he doesn't need to.
And according to the rules of baseball, Wojna has to pitch to Darryl Strawberry. They cannot take him out after a visit.
Yep. And if you were having Walter warm up to pitch to Strawberry, why would you not bring him in?
Guess they figure he's not ready. They do have another left-hand batter behind Darryl.
Swing and a miss for Strawberry. Strike one. Darryl is 0 for his last 47 at-bats here at Shea. Danny Heath, the other left-hander, on deck. Backman bluffed back to second by Wojna. One strike to count. ball inside, 1-1. Two and 1. Gene Walter has stopped throwing, and he stopped throwing when Strawberry stepped into the batter's box. First and second with 1 out. A run is already in to tie the game at 3. Darrell with a half swing for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Well, the strike was called by the home plate umpire. He didn't appeal it, but he did go too far. And Darrell has had a lot of those lately, indicative of the kind of struggle he's been having at the plate. 3-2 now. Now the runners check with Bud Harrelson to see if they will be in motion on the 3-2 count with 1 out. Backman at second, Hernandez at first. They're not running, and Darrell fouls it off, and the count remains 3-2. Put that one right in the helmet rack. Tapped slowly to first. Martinez flips to Wojna, and Strawberry beat the play. Wojna can't believe it. And he asks for time as the bases are now loaded, and still there is only 1 out. And Strawberry gets his first hit after going 0 for 47 here at Shea Stadium. Good job on it by Martinez. And it did appear to be a tie. So Strawberry has gotten off the schneid. 0 for 47. Then that infield base hit. Moves the runners up. The base is loaded. And brings up Danny Heath. Danny Heath had an RBI single to center in the first inning. And he popped out in short left field to second baseman Biff Robertson the third. 1 for 2. 3-3 tie. Bottom of the 4th. Sharply hit right to Royster at third. He goes to second for 1, and a double play ends the inning. And Heath slams his helmet in frustration as Royster was playing way off the bag and had Heath played perfectly. But the Mets pick up 1 run here on 4 hits to tie the ball game. 3-3 after 4. We're back after this for Nissan.
We wouldn't be surprised if next to the word value in the dictionary there was a picture of the new '87 Nissan Stanza. Sure, Stanza's a family car, but it's totally redesigned with luxury features, cruise control, stereo, power windows, all standard. 87 Stanza. Compare all Stanza comes with, and you'll be amazed at what it goes for. The name is Nissan, America's #1 selling import car.
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't be buttoned up and down to earth underneath it all?
Who says you can't have super premium taste and a less filling beer?
Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Have it all.
Some people see the sunset as the end of the day. Others see it as the beginning of an evening. We, however, see it as the start of a new day in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Tokyo. Expanding the horizons is capitalism at its best, and why you'll never look at a sunset quite the same again. Shearson Lehman Brothers. Minds over money.
It's a 3-3 tie as we go to the 5th inning. Sid Fernandez on the mound for the Mets. He'll be facing Kevin McReynolds, followed by Carmelo Martinez and Bruce Bochy. here in the 5th for San Diego. McReynolds with a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 3rd, officially 0 for 1 as he grounded back to Sid Fernandez to end the 1st inning. No, I've got the wrong guy. I'm looking at Martinez. McReynolds is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Ball 1. One and one. With that base hit, McReynolds is now hit in 6 of the last 7 games. He's hit .375 over the last 18, and he's driven in 22 runs in the last 19 games. 2 and 1. Hit high and deep to left, but not deep enough. Danny Heath in the corner on the track. 1 away.
There's some football scores. Final scores: the Bears 41, the Browns 31. And the Redskins clobbered the Eagles, and the debut of Ryan 41-14. 49ers 31, the Bucks 7. Big scores.
A lot of offense as the NFL gets underway. The first weekend of games that count. Carmelo Martinez with a sac fly and his 17th RBI in the 3rd, 0 for 1. Ball 2 outside. I think Buddy Ryan found out today that defensive genius has a lot to do with whose 11 guys you're lining up on defense.
His defense wasn't too good, was it? Not quite as good as when he was the defensive coordinator for the Bears. Bears had their defense working pretty good, though.
Yep. And their offense must have been working pretty good, too.
Their offense works well.
2 and 2. See you later. Nope, that's strike 2. I got faked out by the scoreboard again. Now it's 2 and 2. Foul back out of play. Still 2 and 2. Sid Fernandez is 10 and 2 with 4 no decisions in his last 16 starts. He at one point won 7 games in a row. Of course, has the 2nd best record on the club, 15 and 4. 3 and 2 now.
I think the story that epitomizes Sid Fernandez most as he looks and works to Martinez is he once struck out his first 9 batters in the ball game and was losing 2-0.
Yep, he can be his own worst enemy sometimes. Base hit to center field on a 3-2 pitch. Martinez takes that fastball and lines it to center. It was a 3-2 pitch. He hit the center for the sacrifice fly in the 3rd.
A few more football scores. The Oilers 31, the Packers 3. Lions 13-10 over the Vikings.
What's that game doing in there?
Rams 16-10 over the Cardinals. St. Louis still having their woes.
Bruce Bochy, the hitter, 0 for 2. He grounded out and reached on an error. And he grounds it foul. Bochy hit what really should have been a double play ball in the 3rd inning. Could have been, really. Fly ball center field. Dykstra drifting back. Nervous anticipation in that glove as he waits for it to come down. So Martinez back to first now with 2 away.
Shortstop.
And here's Gary Templeton, who's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled to center in the 3rd inning.
And we got a paid crowd here, 38,630. Total in the house, 40,712. Mets are averaging a shade over 38,000 every time they open up the gates.
So your estimate, Mr. K, of 40,000 crowd was right on the money.
Got to learn how to count those crowds, especially when you get an attendance bonus.
Do you have an attendance clause in your contract at Pittsburgh?
Never could get one, although the general manager had. He reaped all the benefits.
Is that right?
A fellow named Roy Hamey. Rich Rickey always worked on one.
That's why he wouldn't give any to the players.
That's right.
Sid Fernandez throws out Templeton to end the inning. A hit and 1 left here in the 5th inning for San Diego. It's a 3-3 ball game in the middle of the 5th, and we're back after this for the good old skies.
Every 3 years, I steal a new Olds. Yeah. I wait till my dealer has to make room for next year's cars. Oh, he's loaded with Delta 88s. Now I pounce. Say, Jack.
Hello, Sam.
You sure are loaded with 88s.
Factory shipped them late.
Would you take this much for that, baby?
You waited me out again, Sam.
Get a Delta 88 or any 86 Olds for a special cleanup price.
Sam strikes again.
From your good old guy.
Why is Greater New York picking U.S. Healthcare?
They pick up the whole tab. Hospital, surgical, 100%.
Most health plans would like you to keep fit. U.S. Healthcare pays you to do it.
You see your doctor in his office. No waiting, like in a clinic, for only $2 a visit.
One of the best ways to stay healthy is to start early. That's why U.S. Healthcare is putting a family doctor back into your life. Another healthy reason for picking it. U.S. Healthcare. They're making healthcare in the U.S. healthier. Ask your employer.
Do you know me? I'm Mark Green, and I'm running in the Senate primary this Tuesday. I'm the Democrat who ran Ralph Nader's consumer group and put the Arab boycott of Israel and apartheid in South Africa. That's why Governor Cuomo called me the best articulator of the issues you'll ever see. By contrast, John Dyson gave thousands of dollars this year to the Conservative Party. So can a working Democrat defeat a rich conservative for the U.S. Senate? You vote Tuesday, I guarantee it.
Gary Carter and Channel 9 have teamed up in the fight against leukemia. They are offering you a personally hand-autographed Gary Carter card when you send a $10 check donation to Gary Carter Card, believe it or not. Leukemia Society of America, 205 Lexington Avenue, New York, 10016. Bottom of the 5th, a 3-3 ball game here at Shea. Second game of the doubleheader. And as Howard Johnson leads it off for New York, back in to call it again, Ralph Kiner.
Okay, Steve, and Howard 1 for 2 in this game. Good play to get him out in the 3rd by the first baseman Martinez. First time up, Howard singled to right. And on the play, Keith Hernandez was thrown out at the plate. There's a high pop up to center. Templeton back to one-handed. One away here in the bottom half of the 5th. That'll bring up Ed Hearn, who has a base hit and a walk in his 2 appearances, so he's perfect today.
And I'll tell you, it's surprising that Ed Wojna is still in this ball game. In the 1st inning, it looked like there's no way he'd survive. But he got out of it, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits. He's given up 11 hits already in the game through the first 4 innings. And he's still in there in a tie game.
And the right fielder kept him in the ball game. Crook with a throw home that threw out Hernandez, trying to score from second for the first big out in the ball game. That's got 5 hits in the 1st inning, scored 2 runs, got 4 hits in the 4th and scored 1. And they've had a hitter in every inning as the first pitch to Hearn. Ball 1. Here's ball 2.
And here's Doug Sisk. And here's Davy Johnson.
Hole number 5. Hard ground ball base hit down the left field line. Can he make it a double? McReynolds has a good arm. Hearn has to stop. Perfect throw by McReynolds in left. So Bill Robinson wisely putting the stop sign on Ed Hearn, who picks up his 2nd hit. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk.
Hearn takes this ball and laces it down the line past Royster, playing well off the line, and a very good job by McReynolds The throw was only the second half of the deal. He got to that ball in such a hurry and then made the perfect throw. And you can see Ed Hearn and Carmelo Martinez chuckling about it. Ed Hearn was a third of the way to second and just had to put the brakes on and come back.
Number 29, Dave Madigan.
Dave Madigan to make his major league appearance, his first appearance. And Dave will be the pinch hitter for the pitcher for the shortstop, Kelvin Elster. And Davey Johnson playing this hard. He wants to win every game he can.
Magadan, of course, coming out of college with outstanding credentials, an All-American in Alabama. He was the Mets' 4th pick in the 1983 draft, and he led the Tidewater Tides this year with a .311 batting average. He had 147 hits to also lead the club. He was #1 in doubles with 33 and had 64 RBIs to lead the Tides in that department as well.
And he's making his major league debut. Looks at the fastball for ball 1. Dave is a third baseman by trade.
Magadan also won the Golden Spikes Award in 1983, indicative of the top amateur baseball player in the country. And on top of everything else, he's a cousin and a godson of Yankee manager Lou Piniella.
2 balls, no strikes. Again, he has the bat on his shoulder as that breaking ball breaks out of the strike zone. Lee Mazzilli, the on-deck batter, to bat for Sid Fernandez. Sid in a 3-3 ball game. The Mets with a runner at first base, 1 man out. Wojna trying to stay in the ball game. There's action in the bullpen. Steve Roars checks out the lineup card. Mets have won 9 of 11 from the San Diego Padres this year. This is the final meeting between these 2 clubs. And it's ball 3.
Magadan, as you see, with only 1 home run. He does not possess a lot of power. Less power than you would like from a third baseman. But he is a good hitter.
And he gets that pitch called a strike, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Dave Magadan, M-A-G-A-D-A-N. Earned the runner at first base, gets some attention. He hesitates a moment and loses a chance for the catch. Comes up with it on the short hop, and Hearn goes down to second. So Magadan with a base hit, his first major league at bat, and he hit it on the nose.
Dave Pallone will take the ball and throw it to the Mets dugout. So a couple of souvenirs for the Mets today. Dave Magadan gets a standing ovation for his first major league hit as they flash it on the Diamond Vision board. And Stan Jefferson got his first big league hit. This ball well hit, as you said, Ralph. But I have a feeling that if Tony Gwynn had been playing in right field instead of John Kruk, Magadan might still be looking for his first big league hit.
And finally, that base hit knocks the pitcher out of the ball game. Kruk had that late start. Thought he could make the shoestringer, couldn't get to it in time. So Magadan with his first major league hit, and it knocks Wojna out of the game. And right now, this word from American Airlines.
You are about to come face to face with something extraordinary. American Airlines Fall Super Savers. Incredibly low fares to over 90 cities in the continental United States. Discounts up to 75% and prices as low as $39 to $159. American Airlines Fall Super Savers. Call today because space is going fast.
We're American Airlines, something special in the air.
America, this is the big one from General Motors. The big one with 2.9 annual percentage rate GMAC financing. That's 2.9 on all new 1986 GM cars and most light-duty trucks. Length of finance contract is limited, or choose rebates up to $1,500 depending on make or model. We're out to move over 1 million vehicles. Act now. The big one from General Motors ends October 8th. This is the one you've been waiting for.
Who helped save or create 300,000 jobs across the state? John Dyson. Who helped seniors win special tax relief and nutrition programs? John Dyson. Who launched